I'm going to show you a few yoga moves to give you back your body what cycling takes out. So firstly, the hips. The hips are in constant use in cycling, so we're going to give those hip flexors a really good stretch. We're going to take the right foot forwards, and as you exhale, you're going to drop your left hip forward. So each and every exhale breath, starting to push, dropping that hip forward. Have a check on the front knee. The knee needs to be in line with the middle toe and stacked on the ankle. So just a couple more breaths here. As we exhale, just gently, smoothly dropping that left hip forward. Now, if you're finding balance a bit of an issue, if you push the back foot and the shin firmly into the mat, it will keep you stable. Okay, so that's the hips. So starting to feel that nice hip flexor stretch. So much of our cycling is forward bending, so we need to open out through the front of the body. So this is Anjaneyasana. So now we're going to add in the upper body, just open. Now lift the top of the chest and push the ribs forward as we take the arms out. Keep dropping that left hip forward, lifting the chest, and just lean gently back. Clench the cheek of the bottom on that back leg. Now the neck is included in the spine, so it's a gentle curve. So if there's any ripples in the neck, then you've gone too far with the head. Just make it a gentle curve. Lift the chest a little more, lean back a little more, and drop the hip forward as you feel that lovely opening in the front of the body as we get that great stretch through the hip flexor. Just a couple more breaths, breathing smoothly and slowly. One more. And changing to the other side, so bringing them, changing over, so left foot forwards. As you exhale, start to drop your right hip forwards. Have a check at your front knee. It needs to be stacked on the ankle, so it's behind the toes and in line with your middle toe. Start to drop that right hip forward for that lovely stretch in the hips. A couple more breaths here. Start to think about the upper body as we push the ribs forward, really open the front of the body. Complete opposite of what we do on our bike. As we feel that lovely opening, lift the top of the chest and now increase. Open out, so really improving our posture. Lifting the chest, dropping that hip forward. Gentle curve in the neck. If balance allows, look up. Don't forget to push that back foot and the shin into the mat to keep you stable. Lift the chest, lean back. Really open the front of the body. A couple more breaths. Exhale slowly. One more. And release. Coming into a down face dog, a move some of you might not have done. So let's walk it through from all fours. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Now take a hand step forwards. Cup the hands a little bit so you can use your finger strength. And then from here, tuck the toes and lift your bottom right up as high as you can. Head between the arms. Now work the heels down. Now, if you've got tight hamstrings, you're going to need to bend your knees. Your body will tell you. So each and every exhale breath, tailbone lifts. Heels work down, chest works its way through. Shake the head. Lots of tension in the neck and the shoulders. Broaden the upper back and just allow the head to relax between the arms. Nice decompression for the spine. Nice stretch through the hamstrings. So add a little bit of movement as we paddle it out. Bend one knee at a time for that nice release in the lower back. Smooth and steady with the breath. Make sure you're using your finger pads, keeping the pressure away from the wrists. And then holding in your down face dog. 3 long, slow breaths here. Get length in your spine. Keep lifting up your tailbone. Working the chest through towards the thighs. One more breath. And release. Come on to the knees. Now we're coming into Ustrasana, the camel posture. We're going to get a nice stretch along the front of the thighs. Again, lots of work going on for the thighs when we cycle. So we're going to keep the toes tucked at the back and we're going to push the hips forwards. Now we need the thighs to be vertical to the floor. Okay, so hands as if they're in your pockets. Before we curve our spine back, we need length and space so there's no crunching. Open the front body. It's the complete opposite of what we do on the bike. So it's the complete and perfect posture. Hands in the pockets. Now engage your glutes, so clench the cheeks of your bottom tight and lift. Push the ribs forward. Lift the top of the chest and start to lean back. Now, if your back is quite tight, this is as far as you're going to go, and it's fine because you just keep working towards that lovely curve in the spine by lifting the top of the chest, pushing the ribs forward, opening the front of the body and working your way back. Now, if you wave a hand down and it touches the heel, you're ready to come down into Ustrasana, the camel. Open the front body, push the hips forward, and enjoy the opening in the front of the body and the stretch in the quadriceps, the fronts of the thighs. 2 more breaths here. Now try to come up without twisting, so you might be here. So we're going to tuck the chin and come back down. All fours, a couple of rounds of cow to cat to get the spine moving. Take a breath in, dip the back, look forward, lengthen the tailbone. Exhale, tuck the chin, reach the shoulder blades apart and pull up. Breathe in and dip. Exhale and up. Just a couple more, breath in, get the spine moving. Like spraying a little bit of WD-40 along the spine, keeping it nice and mobile. And now we're coming in to a forward bend. So we're going to tuck the toes, bring the hands back, start with the knees bent and make a hammock with the arms. Bend the knees. Now let the head hang. Allow the neck to release. Doesn't matter how much bend you have in your knees. Just allow the upper body to sway from side to side. Now depends how tight your hamstrings are. You might be able to straighten the legs. Don't worry if they don't straighten. Can you feel that stretch in your hamstrings down the backs of your legs? Maybe you need to draw yourself down. Maybe you need bent knees. If you're in the right position, you'll feel the stretch in the backs of the legs. And hold. Just let the head hang. Tipping the weight a little bit to the balls of the feet, keeping the backs of the knees soft. And just relax. Now bend the knees. Slide the hands up after a forward bend. We need to back bend, so reaching up. Lift and lean back. Engaging your glutes, so clenching the cheeks of your bottom. Lift and lean. And release down. So just a few simple moves, just to keep you cycling pain-free for a bit longer. Enjoy your ride.